My name is Rebecca. I'm a trauma conscious yoga teacher and meditation teacher, and I have almost 10 years of experience and thousands of hours and hundreds of students that I have been honored to teach. So let's get started. This class is going to have 3 parts. It'll have breathing exercises, movement, mindful movement based on yoga postures, and a guided relaxation, which is called iRest Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra just means yogic sleep. So even if you don't fall asleep during that portion of class, you still will get into a state of rest. And if you do fall asleep, that's great. So you can find a comfortable spot where you can fall asleep, even in your bed. All you need is a yoga mat or even a large towel, a couple of pillows from your couch, and maybe a blanket if it's chilly where you are. All right, so getting started. I'm just sitting in a chair. You can sit in a chair or on your yoga mat, whatever is comfortable for you. And if you are in a chair, just have both feet on the ground. Your hands can be relaxed in your lap in any way. You can keep your eyes open, or you can gently close your eyes and start to pay attention to your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. No need to control your breath in any way. Just noticing that you are breathing. Noticing the temperature of the air on the inhale and exhale. Notice where your body moves as you breathe in and out. And now begin to take deeper breaths. I like to put a hand on my belly, just so as I breathe in, I can feel my hand moving out with my belly. And as you exhale, the hand comes back in as you breathe out all of the air through your nose. So keep that deep belly breathing. Inhale, expanding the abdomen, exhaling, allowing it to come back in. You can think of it as like a balloon. As you inhale, the balloon expands. And as you exhale, the balloon deflates. So keep with that breathing. I'm going to start a little music. And now we're going to add on a specific breathing exercise to help with the relaxation response. So using your right hand, this is my right hand, your right hand, we're going to use your thumb and your ring finger. And these 2 fingers can just hang out up here on the forehead, or you can curl them down. But it looks like this. You're going to use, just take, before you do anything, curl your 2 fingers in, your ring and your thumb are out. Just gently tap your nostrils. Just notice how you don't need to squeeze your nose to close off the nostril. It's just a gentle touch. This is called, we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. And I'll guide you through. Just wanted to make sure that you don't need to hurt yourself as you squeeze. And it looks like this. You're going to exhale all the air out both nostrils. Use your thumb to cover the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Switch, use your ring finger to cover the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Your thumb covers the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Cover, hold, release the thumb, exhale right. Keep going. Inhale right. Cover both. Release the ring finger. Exhale left. Inhale left. Release the thumb. Exhale right. Inhale right. Release the ring finger. Exhale left. And then just release the hands on the lap, breathing in and out naturally. Just noticing any shifts or changes in your energy center, your mind, your body. Just noticing without judgment. All right, so I'm going to move on to the mat. So wherever you are, maybe you're already there, meet me there on the mat. Coming into a comfortable seat right here. You can sit cross-legged if that's comfortable. And this is a good time if you have a blanket, like a kind of a firm blanket, and you want to put it underneath your hips. Sometimes that helps your hip flexors relax a little bit more. So getting comfortable here. So we're going to do just some warming up the spine. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, tipping to the right. Little side stretch. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, other side. So just moving at the pace of your breath. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you tip over. Now use your bottom hand to support you as you come down. And that top hand is really helping you lengthen. And really, with the top arm, roll the top shoulder back so the chest is more square. And just flowing with the breath. Do last time on the left side. And then come up, lengthen up. And exhale over to the right. And we're going to stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. So roll the shoulders down and back. Roll the chest open towards the ceiling. Breathe. That deep belly breath. Inhale to come up. Exhale, other side. Making those adjustments. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Neck is long. Sides are long. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release the hands down. All right, now we're going to do just gentle twisting, gentle turning. You're just warming up, so don't need to go too far. Using your hands on your knees, extending to the top of the head, and then exhale, turning over to the right. The right hand can come behind you, left hand on the knee, exhale. Inhale back to center, exhale, other side. So just turning back and forth, using the breath as the guide, inhaling and exhaling as you turn. And the next time you come around onto the right side, stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. Rolling the shoulders down and back, inhaling as you lengthen, exhaling, turning a little bit more. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side for 3 to 5 breaths. So in this class, we're really using breath as the guide, the motivator, the mindfulness factor. So really paying attention to the breath. If you start to hold your breath or your breath becomes really labored, that's your body telling you to back off and listen to that cue. All right, inhale back to center and coming onto hands and knees. So we did a gentle turning, we did some side to side. Now we're going to go back and forth with the spine. So Hands and knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, arch the spine, chest up, chin up, look up. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. And flowing with the breath, inhaling as you open the front of the body, roll the shoulders back. Exhaling to round. And you can have your tops of your feet on the mat. You can have your toes curled. Whatever feels good for you, that's the right pose to do. So there's really no right or wrong, and I'm going to offer a lot of variations, and it's your job to choose the most nourishing choice for you in this moment. Two more breaths. And on your next exhale, bringing your hips to your heels, coming to child's pose. So your knees can be wider or as wide as your mat. You can stretch the arms overhead. Forehead comes to the floor. If you can't reach the forehead to the floor, you can stack your hands or fists underneath your forehead. Bring the floor closer to you. Compression of the abdomen, signaling rest and digest. All right, on your next inhale, coming back to hands and knees, I'm going to turn so you can see this one a little bit better. Your knees can be a little bit wider than hips width distance for this one. This one's called thread the needle. So bring your left hand right underneath your chest to support you, and inhale the right arm up and look up. And as you exhale, your eyes follow your hand. The hand comes down, top of the hand comes onto the mat, and just slide that hand behind the supporting arm. Just keep reaching, reaching, reaching until the side of your head comes to the floor, maybe towards the top of the head. And that supporting arm can move. It can move higher or lower, whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. You stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. If you don't feel like your head can come to the floor, if you don't trust it, see if you can lift your hips any amount more. Or you can bring a blanket underneath your head. This stretches your neck, your shoulders. You might even feel it in the mid-back, lower back. On your next inhale, unwind. Reach that right arm back up, look up, your eyes follow the hand. And then exhale, bring that right hand right underneath your chest. Switch arms, inhaling left arm up, look up. Exhale, eyes follow the hand, top of the hand on the floor, and then just reach until your head rests on the floor. Trust that the earth is there to support you. You're making any adjustments you need. And breathe. 3 to 5 breaths. And if you notice there's a place that feels stiff or tense, see, or if you can imagine as you breathe in, breathing into that spot. And as you exhale, ask it to release any amount. Your next inhale, unwind, reach back up, look up. Exhale, both hands on the floor, coming back to child's pose, hips to heels. Just for a few breaths here. And your next inhale, curl the toes, start to lift the knees, and you can come to downward dog. So you're lifting your hips, your hands are on the floor, you're looking towards your belly button, and you're in this inverted V shape. You can bend one knee and then the other. Getting a little bit of a calf stretch. Really pressing into the pads of your fingers. Create stability in the hands. All right, your next inhale, look up at your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands and coming into a forward fold. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Your knees have a nice deep bend. Generously bend your knees and look towards your belly button, tucking your chin to your chest. Holding on to opposite elbows now and sway from side to side. This is ragdoll. Maybe shake your head yes. No, releasing tension in the neck. Now bring your body back to stillness. Release the hands towards the floor. Bending your knees a lot, press into the floor with your feet and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Come all the way up to standing as slow as possible. Head and neck come up last. All right, here we go. Roll the shoulders a few times. All right, now that we're at standing, my feet are a little bit warm. I can take off these socks. And if you do wear socks during this yoga class, try to find the ones with grippies on them. Those are, it'll just keep you safe from slipping too much. Now we're going to do another breathing exercise called sunrise sunsets. This is a mindful breathing exercise from the Tai Chi tradition. So feet are hips width distance apart just to keep you grounded and rooted. Slight bend in your knee and bring your hands right at the belly button level, palms up, like as if you're holding a little ball of light here. You can even close your eyes if that's comfortable. And imagine a ball of light in your hands right now. On your next inhale, open your arms up, scooping your arms overhead, like you're scooping up a big beach ball over your head. And then your fingertips come to touch overhead. I know you can't see, but as you exhale, the hands float down the center of the body until they come back to starting point at the belly button. Flip the palms again. You're holding that little ball of light. And as you inhale, that ball of light is growing bigger and bigger. You're holding this big ball of light at the top of your inhale. And as you exhale, you're pressing that energy back down towards your belly button. Now, going at your own pace now, inhaling as you're scooping up, exhaling as your hands float down. And you're seeing if you can have even inhalation and exhalation. So at the top of your inhale is when your fingertips touch. The bottom of your inhale, your hands come back to start. Doing 3 to 5 more at your own pace. I like to close my eyes, but it's up to you. Okay, on your next exhale, just stay here with your fingers, your hands at the belly button level, and just breathing naturally. You can open your eyes if they were closed. All right, now we're going to warm up just because it's so much easier to relax once your muscles are a little bit more warm. Your feet can be hips width distance apart, or your toes can be together to touch. It's up to you. All right, this is called moon salutation. So a little bit different from a sun salutation. Inhaling, reaching your arms up overhead. And you can't see my fingertips, but it looks like this. My fingers are interlaced, pointer fingers are facing up. So that's one option. Or you can just release the hands and have them open, whatever is better for your shoulders. Wherever you are, inhale, lengthening up. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, just tipping over to the right. Just a gentle side bend. This is called crescent moon. Your hips can kind of come out to the left. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, tipping to the other side. Crescent moon. Inhale, back to center. Your next exhale, step wide to the right, bending the knees, bending the elbows, horse pose. Inhale, 5-pointed star, which is just straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, tipping over the right hand on the right thigh. Inhale, the left arm up. This is half triangle. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands and feet come together. Inhale, reaching back up. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do that a little bit more quickly, linking movement to breath. But wherever your pace is of your breath, just go with wherever feels right for you. Doesn't really matter. All right, inhaling as you lengthen. Exhaling, tipping left. Crescent moon, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step to the left, bending the knees and elbows, horse pose. Inhale, 5-pointed star, straighten the legs and arms. Exhale, tip left, top arm reaches up. You can look up at your hand or towards me. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands and feet come together. Keep going. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, tip right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step to the right, bending the knees and elbows, horse pose. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, tip right, half triangle. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands and feet together. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, tip left, hips go right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step left, bending knees and elbows, horse. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, tipping over, half triangle. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands and feet together. Inhale, reaching up. One more on each side, tipping right as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step right, bending knees and elbows, horse. Inhale, straighten, 5-pointed star. Exhale, tip right, half triangle. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands and feet together. Inhale, reach up, lengthen up. Exhale, tip left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, step out to the left, bending the knees and elbows, horse. Straighten, 5-pointed star. Exhale, tipping over to the left. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands and feet together. Look down at your fingertips, touching your thumbs to your heart. Remembering that connection. Taking some breaths, some mindful breaths. You can even think to yourself on the inhale, I relax my body. On the exhale, I smile. All right, releasing the hands. You can widen the feet, just sway the arms from side to side. My arms are a little burning, so just let that all go. Now we've warmed up a little bit. So doing some balance postures. Because balance is something that's always moving in life, in yoga. It's never a static point. You're never like, I'm balanced and that's it. So it's a practice. All right, so bring your hands on your hips. Get stable in both feet. I always come off my mat when I balance. It's just easier if you have a squishy mat to be on a harder surface. All right, now lift your toes, pressing into the balls of the feet and the heels, and start to just rotate your weight. So they kind of start to feel the points of your feet. You can release the toes now. As long as you're not gripping with the toes and you're rooted down. All right, now just balance that weight between both legs. And you can bring your arms down by your sides. All right, now shifting your weight over to that right foot. Left foot kind of comes up like a kickstand on your ankle. That left knee is a little bit out towards the side. Bring your hands together. This is going to help you balance. And now find something to look at that's not moving, about 6 feet in front of you on the floor. Or if it's on the TV, just make sure it's not me, because if I fall, it might make you fall. All right, starting here, really just root down through the foot, engage the thigh, engage the abdomen, roll the shoulders back and down. You can stay right here, or if you want more of a balanced challenge, you can slide your foot up to the calf. Let's just stay here for now. Find that focus point. Just taking a few breaths here. Notice if you do fall out of it, just keep coming back. That's the practice. It's not about being the static position of balance, it's about getting back up and trying again. All right. If you want to add on, you can reach the arms up overhead. You can do wide. You can do narrow. And exhaling, let the hands come down, let the foot come down, and just release. Do some ankle circles, strengthening for the ankles. Coming to the other side. So bringing again, rooting through that foot the way you did before. And using the opposite foot. You should be on your left leg now, but whatever's just the other foot, doesn't matter. All right, now you've got that right knee out. Bring your hands together. This is going to help you balance. Engage the thigh, engage the abdomen. That's like your trunk. This is called tree pose. So your feet are rooted. Your trunk is strong. You can always adjust if you lifted your foot to the calf. And when you're ready, you can grow your branches up. And be whatever kind of tree, whatever shape you want to be. Breathe here. Coming back to that focus point. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. One more breath. All right, exhale, coming back down. Do some ankle circles. All right. Now that we've warmed up, we're gonna get ready to relax on the ground. So making our way to the floor, inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hands to foot pose. Then bend your knees a lot so your hands can come down. Let your knees come down, coming onto a comfortable seat. I'm going to keep facing you. So wherever you need to be to adjust, bring your legs out in front of you. Move the fleshy parts out of the way. Flex the toes towards the nose. You can keep a gentle bend in the back of your knee. We're going to come to a forward fold, but being mindful of the lower back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, coming down just halfway, bending at the hip crease, not the lower back. Inhale, lengthen again, lengthen to the top of the head. And now you can exhale, release the hands, release the head and neck. You can even release the flex in your foot. And just breathe. So a few things you can do. You can hold behind your knee if that feels better. Or if you want more of a stretch back in the back of the leg, you can hold on to your feet or reaching towards your feet. 3 to 5 breaths here. On your next inhale, rolling back up, looking up, bringing your feet together, soles of the feet together, knees are wide. You can have your feet either close to you or further away, whatever makes sense for you. So since you might have some tight hips, your knees might be up a little bit high, you can always bring some pillows underneath your knees. All right, inhale, lengthen up, lengthen to the top of the head. And then as you exhale, rounding forward, you can use your elbows on your shins or your knees, chin to the chest, forward fold. This is called butterfly or sometimes cobbler's pose. Inhale, rolling all the way back up. You can move the pillows if you had them. Straighten your legs. All right, now you're going to bend your right knee. Right foot is going to be on the earth. Hugging that right knee in, really lengthening up as you hug. So this could be where you are today. You're going to flex that other foot, that straight leg. Or you can hop that right foot over the straight leg. So this might be a little bit more of a deeper stretch for you. So just choose what feels better for you. The last variation I'll give you, which I'm not going to do, but you could curl in that straight leg. All right, that doesn't feel good for me, so I'm going to keep it straight, but I'm going to give you that variation. Inhale, reach the right arm up and back behind you. Fingertips point away from you. You're hugging that right knee in as you lengthen, and as you exhale, turning over the right side, over that right shoulder. Now that right elbow can be bent so the shoulder's not up in your ear. And as you inhale, think about lengthening up longer. And as you exhale, turning any amount more. Turning from the base of your spine to the top of your head. So imagine like a barber's pole. As it spins, it's got that little stripe that spins from top to or bottom to top. So imagine that's you. First turning at the belly, and then the chest, and then the shoulders, and then the head. Breathing here, inhaling as you lengthen, exhaling as you're turning more. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, unwind. Bring both hands over to the other side. And just roll over that straight hip, that straight leg hip a few times. Just a little counter stretch. Inhale, coming back up. Lengthen both legs. Exhale, bending the opposite leg, so it's your left leg. And then squeeze it in as you lengthen up. So that's the first step. Now choose whatever you did on the other side. So if you hopped the foot over the straight leg, if you bent the straight leg, try to do the same thing on this side just to stay even. Inhaling as you lengthen. And then as you exhale, left arm up and back, fingertips away. You can turn over that left side, hugging the left knee a little bit more. And starting that process again. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to turn like a barber's pole. Shoulders away from your ears. And keep that dynamic breath. Inhaling, lengthen, exhaling, turn. Even if the turn is just a thought, you're not really moving. On your next inhale, unwind, both hands on the opposite side, rolling over that straight leg a few times, counter stretch. Inhaling, coming back up, both legs to come out straight. And I'm going to turn so you can see. Make sure you have room behind you because we're going to come down onto your back. So just make sure you give yourself some space. Flex or actually put your feet on the floor, bend your knees, holding behind your knees here. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, straighten the arms right up, straight in front of you. You're going to use the abdomen to slowly guide you down. So inhale and then exhale, slowly lower one vertebra at a time. So almost a little bit of a rounding, engaging the abdomen. And then your head and neck come down. You can release the hands, bringing your knees into the chest and rock from side to side, just releasing that back. Give yourself a massage. Nice deep breaths. Alrighty, now bringing both feet down to the mat. Take your right foot, right ankle, and put it right on top of the left knee or the top of the thigh. So if you look down, it's almost like a figure of four. Flexing that right foot, protecting the knee, and this could be your stretch right here. If you need more of a stretch, you can press that right knee away from you. This is a little bit of a hip stretch. It's one variation. The last variation I'll give is you can reach through, holding onto that left thigh with both hands and bringing that left thigh in towards you with your hands. But you're only going here if you can keep your tailbone on the floor. If your tailbone's curled up, then you've gone too far. Coming back, bringing your foot back onto the floor. So take this 3 to 5 breaths wherever you are. Your next inhale, reach that right leg right straight up as if you're stepping on the ceiling, flexing that right foot up, holding behind your right thigh or your right calf muscle. Just give yourself a hamstring stretch. You can do some ankle circles. And if you need more of a stretch, you can straighten that bottom leg. Taking a few breaths here. All right, exhale, right foot comes onto the floor. This time bending their left knee and then left ankle comes onto the top of the right knee. Figure 4 on the opposite side. Be sure to flex that top foot. That's protecting your knee. And from here, taking whatever variation you did on the other side. So maybe you just pressed away that knee, giving yourself more of a hip stretch. Maybe you used both hands to bring that thigh in towards the chest. So just try to do the same thing you did on the other side. And somebody asked me recently, like, what if I went too far on one side and I just can't do that on the other side? Just go as far as you can on the other side. And now you know for next time, it's better to keep yourself balanced. One side might just be different from the other. It doesn't really mean anything except for that you've noticed and you've been aware now of what your body's doing. On your next inhale, lengthen that left leg straight up like you're stepping on the ceiling, flexing that left foot. And you can do whatever you did on the other side. So maybe you held on behind the thigh, maybe behind the calf, hamstring stretch. Maybe you lengthened the other leg on the mat. 3 to 5 breaths here. Exhaling, letting that left foot come back down to the floor, bringing both knees to the mat now. Now widen your feet so the feet are as wide as your mat. I know you can't see me now unless you looked up, you can see me, but if you're on the floor, just let my voice guide you. So now your feet are wide, your knees are up. Your hands can be just out like goalpost arms. And now as you exhale, let both knees come to one side. Just gently let them release down. Inhale, they come back up. Exhale, they go to the other side. So this is called windshield wiper. So you can go as fast or slow as you want to, whatever your breath is doing. Just resetting the spine. All right. All right, so knees come back up. This time, walk your heels in closer to your buttocks, and your feet are hips width distance apart, so they're right underneath your knees, if you can see them, which I know you can't. Now bring your hands right by your sides and try to see if you can touch your heels. Roll the shoulders down your back. You're pressing with your palms into the floor. As you inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up off the mat, looking straight up at the sky. So if you have to look at me, bring your hips down and then you can look. But I don't want you to have your hips lifted and turning your neck. It's not good for your neck. We're gonna lift, inhaling as you lift, one vertebra at a time, pressing into your hands, lifting up, and then exhale, slowly lower one vertebra at a time. So I'd like to think of this as ironing out, lengthening the spine, inhaling as you lift, exhale as you lower. This one's called Mountain Raises from the Sea. You're going to do that 3 more times. And the next time you inhale and lift the hips, stay lifted. And think about pressing your knees away from you. So they might be a little bit wobbly in and out. See if you can hold them and press them straight. See if you can roll the shoulder blades underneath you. And another variation you can do, if it feels right for you, you can interlace your hands underneath you. But if it's not accessible, it's not necessary. Just breathe here, inhaling and exhaling. You can even look at your belly, rising and falling. On your next exhale, release the hands if they're underneath you. Let the hips lower. Bring your knees into the chest, hugging the knees in, rock from side to side. All right, coming to stillness now. Release the left leg long on the mat and squeezing your right knee in towards the right armpit. So away from the center of your chest, more out. This massages your ascending colon. Take a few deep breaths here. You may also feel it in your hip. So we hold a lot of tension in our hips, our shoulders, and our neck. This is really helpful for the hips. We're going to move on to a knee down twist. So in your next inhale, Lengthen the right arm straight out from the shoulder like a taffy. If you don't have enough room, you can bend the elbow like a goalpost. And then use your left hand to guide the right knee across the body to the other side. Now from here, let that left or right foot rest on something, whether it's the floor or your leg. And you don't have to hold on to your knee. You can hold up higher onto your thigh. Looking straight up at the ceiling or turning your head over the right shoulder. Breathe. Finding your next exhale, use the exhale to bring the knee back up. Squeeze the knee, squeeze out all of the air. Inhale, lengthen both legs long on the mat, arms overhead, full body stretch. Full breath in. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Hands come back down, bringing the left knee in, squeezing the left knee towards the left armpit. You can rock it a little bit, massaging the descending colon. So now your digestive system has gotten a little squeeze. All right, if you're doing any rocking, just still the rocking now. Inhale, left arm straight out from the shoulder like a half T, using the right hand to guide the knee across the body to the other side. Knee down twist. So making any adjustments, relaxing that left hand foot on something. Adjust that hand so it's holding on. If it's the knees no good, then maybe up at the thigh, looking up towards the ceiling or over the left shoulder. Breathe. Finding your next exhale, bringing the knee back up, squeezing the knee, squeezing out all of the air. Inhaling, full body stretch, legs are long, arms overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Bring the hands back down towards your sides. We're going to move into the final relaxation posture. So take a moment here. You can bring your pillows if you need them. I like to have the pillows underneath the knees. That just helps support the knees and the back. You can have a blanket to cover you, or maybe I like to have the blanket actually folded up and then under my head for a pillow. So making any adjustments you need, you can have your hands palms up, arms away from you, or you can have your hands on your abdomen. Eyes can be open or closed. Nothing left to do, just absorbing the benefits of the practice. I'll have you be here for just 1 minute, and then we'll start the guided relaxation in this posture. And if you could be 5 or 10% more comfortable, what would you have to do? Make any adjustments you need. Moving on to the guided relaxation portion of class. All you have to do is follow the sound of my voice. If you find that your mind drifts off to thoughts or sounds or sensations in your body, Just simply notice and bring your attention back to my voice. The practice of iRest meditation has begun. Take a moment to feel your hands. Notice how, as you feel your hands, your thinking about them decreases. Then notice how, as you go into thinking about your hands, you go away from feeling your hands. In reality, you can't feel your hands or body and think about them at the same time. You can either think or feel. You can do one or the other, but you can't think and feel at the same time. As you switch from thinking to feeling, thinking automatically slows down, and you activate a natural relaxation response in your body. The longer you remain feeling body sensations, such as those of your hands, the more thinking slows down, and the deeper the natural relaxation response will be. Throughout your entire body and mind, with your eyes open or closed, sense and feel your jaw. Don't go into thinking, just sensing and feeling your jaw. Notice how, as you sense your jaw, your mouth, and perhaps other parts of your body, they soften and relax. As you continue sensing and feeling your jaw, notice how one layer of sensation is experienced. It dissolves, and the next layer is revealed. Keep your attention in your jaw. As you do this, feel the progressive relaxation response that deepens over time. Notice how this relaxation response then migrates to the other parts of your body. Now bring your attention to your shoulders, sensing your shoulders without going into thinking. Just sensing and feeling your shoulders as sensation. Notice how your shoulders soften and perhaps relax. As you stay with the sensation of your shoulders, without going into thinking, just as before, as one layer of sensation dissolves, the next layer of sensation is revealed. Keep your attention in your shoulders. As you do feel the progressive relaxation response that deepens over time in your shoulders, and perhaps throughout the rest of your body. Feel free to continue engaging this practice with other parts of your body, your face, your arms, your torso, pelvis, and legs, or with your entire body as a field of sensation. Don't try to relax. Don't try to dissolve tension. Simply stay with sensation and experience how your body's naturally letting go into an ever deepening relaxation response. When you're ready to return to your normal waking state of consciousness, allow your eyes to open and close several times as you begin stretching and moving your body about, noticing the environment around you, or continuing to feel your body as sensation. Before returning to your evening activities, take a few moments and reflect on your experience and the practice you've done. Just resting easily, you can begin to take deeper breaths. And when you're ready, curling up onto your favorite side, bending your knees, using your bicep as a pillow. Giving yourself a moment just to be grateful for giving this gift of yoga and meditation. And when you're ready, you can press yourself up to a comfortable seat, or you can stay relaxed. It's up to you. All right. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes.